All right, before free agency kicked off, I told y'all we're covering every signing, no matter who it is. And today, we've got an interesting one for the Falcons, their first external offensive signing of free agency. And listen, I swear, this dude's name looks like someone just swapped a Q and a T. I keep wanting to call him Quentin Tarantino, but we're talking about Tegan Coturiano. Now, Tegan was a fifth-round pick out of Oregon State, originally drafted by the Texans, spent some time bouncing around, even landed on the Bears' practice squad last season. But here's the thing, he's barely seen the field. Injuries have wrecked his career so far. In 3 seasons, he hasn't played more than 9 games in a single year. Every season, he's found himself on IR. But hey, Atlanta's looking at the glass half full here, hoping they can actually get some healthy football out of the guy and see what he can bring to the table. Now, I know how y'all think. The first thing people ask when a signing like this happens is, "Bro, what's his Madden rating?" And honestly, that's hilarious because it is one of the best ways to gauge a guy you've never heard of. So I checked, and yeah, it's a whopping 63. Not exactly lighting the world on fire. Stat-wise, he's got 9 career receptions for 146 yards and 3 touchdowns. And listen to this, 1 out of every 3 catches he's ever made has been a touchdown. That's an insane percentage. Probably an NFL record if you cherry-pick the numbers the right way. He's stepping into a tight end battle with Felipe Franks. Yeah, the same Felipe Franks. The Florida QB who once broke my heart in Gainesville back in 2017. Can't seem to get rid of the guy. And of course, Kyle Pitts and Charlie Warner are sitting at the top of the depth chart. At the end of the day, this feels like a camp body, a depth move, nothing crazy. I'll be real with you. I had no idea who this dude was before today, and I like to think I know a lot of players in this league. But hey, now we've got Quentin Tarantino, Tegan Coturiano, lining up at tight end for the Falcons. Let's see what happens. All right, I said we'd cover every signing, and I meant it. So if you haven't already, make sure you're locked in because the next time some Hollywood director's long-lost cousin signs with an NFL team, we're going to break it all down right here. Now, I'm not about to spend 8 to 10 minutes diving deep into Quentin Tarantino's doppelganger. Instead, let's talk draft rumors, because ESPN just dropped a solid piece with some inside buzz, and guess what? Atlanta's name popped up. Here's what Field Yates had to say. Mike Green took part in Marshall's Pro Day this past week, and the dude showed out. He ran positional drills at both D-line and linebacker, proving he's got elite movement skills and crazy suddenness. And among those watching, a whole squad from the Falcons, including head coach Raheem Morris. Now, Atlanta's sitting at pick 15, and this is where things get tricky. When you're picking in the top 10, you've usually got a clear shot at your guy. But at 15, you're in that weird wait-and-see zone. There's a real chance your top 3 targets are gone before you even get on the clock. Take the Bears, for example. They're picking at 10. They need a pass rusher. Maybe they're thinking Ashton Jeanty. But what if the Raiders grab him first? Suddenly, Chicago's looking for a backup plan, and that could be Mike Green. So while we're going to break down all these draft targets over the next month, it's crucial to have a deep scouting report ready. When you're picking in the middle of the first round, you got to be ready to pivot. Plan A, Plan B, maybe even Plan C or D. And listen, if Mike Green is your Plan A, that's not a bad Plan A at all. The dude led the country in sacks last year with 17. But here's the thing, he wasn't just some Sunbelt merchant stacking numbers against weaker competition. No. The way he tested at Marshall's Pro Day, man, it was something special. Man, let me tell you, Mike Green's Pro Day was jaw-dropping, absolute showstopper. And for anyone thinking, oh, he just racked up 17 sacks against future State Farm insurance agents at tackle. Nah, this dude proved he's the real deal. He had some monster performances, even against Ohio State early in the season. That tells me he can hang with the big boys. If the Falcons end up picking Mike Green at 15, I'm all in. Now, I don't want to say I'd have to warm up to it because that makes it sound like I wasn't sold. But let's put it this way. He might not be my first choice, but at pick 15, you don't always get your top guy. You got to be ready with a strong backup plan. Right now, my top targets, Will Johnson, Jalon Walker. And after that, man, I'm in a full-on Ricky Bobby moment. I don't know what to do with my hands. My brain is tied in a soft pretzel. It's a battle between Mike Green, Mykel Williams, and James Pierce Jr. Which one do you take? Do you go Green over Williams, Pierce over Green, Williams over Pierce? It's a deadlock, and I need someone to sit me down and explain why one of these dudes should be the pick. Now, let me tell you how I ended up completely flipping on Jalon Walker. I had time to kill at an airport, so I figured, all right, let's see why this guy keeps going top 10 in mocks. And after diving deep, I came out thinking, yeah, this guy needs to be in Atlanta. He's a freak athlete, a versatile defender who can be that cornerstone piece for the Falcons' front seven. They need a dude on defense, a game changer. Walker could be that guy. Edge rusher, off-ball linebacker, hybrid, who cares? The guy balls. And yeah, we started this convo talking about Tegan Coturiano or Quentin Tarantino, whatever his name is. But this is the beauty of picking at 15. You have no clue what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to fall. And that's what makes this so much fun. But hey, here's the deal. When you're picking at 15, you're still getting one of the better players in this draft. Now, if you're sitting at pick 32 like the Eagles were last year, you really don't know what's going to fall to you. And yeah, it's hard to get too hyped when you know you're not getting one of your top 3 guys, unless you get real lucky. But at 15, there's a real shot you walk away with your favorite player in this draft. That's why this spot is so interesting. So do you pull the trigger on Mike Green? We've gone down a bunch of different paths in this conversation, but let's wrap this thing up. I was literally about to walk out the door, hit the road, and get ready to watch my Vols. But then, boom, the Falcons signed a tight end 4, and now here we are, breaking it all down. And that's why nobody does it like we do. Oh, and if you're still watching right now, do me a favor, drop an ATL in the comments.